A further 4,422 coronavirus infections have been recorded in the UK as fears of a second lockdown mount. It is the highest number of daily coronavirus cases recorded since May 8. As of Saturday, the total number of people who have tested positive for COVID-19 are 390,358, according to government figures. The death count has increased today by 27, reaching a tragic total of 41,759. These are deaths of people who had a positive test result for COVID-19 and died within 28 days of the first positive test. But the actual cause of death may not be coronavirus in all cases. Today's death toll is the highest daily death count since August 8, when 55 UK deaths by coronavirus were reported. The UK's coronavirus death count yesterday also increased by 27 amid the biggest single-day jump in cases since May 8. Some 4,322 new infections were recorded, compared with 3,539 last Friday, bringing the overall number of cases to 385,936. It was the biggest single-day jump in infections since May 8, when 4,649 were reported. Today's rise in infections is even higher than yesterday's. The number of people to die in UK hospitals after being diagnosed with coronavirus has risen by 21, Saturday's figures show. Health authorities released the tragic figure this afternoon, with 16 deaths in England, 3 in Scotland and 2 in Wales. There were no COVID-19 related fatalities recorded in Northern Ireland since yesterday, but the 222 new cases is believed to be the highest since the start of the pandemic. Patients who died in England were aged between 69 and 97, NHS England said in a statement. Yesterday, Boris Johnson warned the country is just 6 weeks behind France and Spain, where the daily death toll rose to 239 this week. The PM admitted a second wave was inevitable amid the worrying rise in infections. He is now considering 6 months of circuit breaker lockdowns, which would see strict restrictions introduced for around 2 weeks, and then eased slightly. Ministers hope this approach can avoid a full UK-wide lockdown like the one that was introduced on March the 23rd. The on-off restrictions could see limits placed on social contact and hospitality venues such as bars and restaurants made to close. On Monday, the government's rule of 6 came into force, banning socialising in groups of more than 6, but Boris Johnson said he is weighing up whether to go further. He said, "We're looking very carefully at the spread of the pandemic as it evolves over the last few days, and fears no question, as I've said for several weeks now, that we could expect, and are now seeing, a second wave coming in. We are seeing it in France, in Spain, across Europe. It has been absolutely, I'm afraid, inevitable we were going to see it in this country."